Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ben, and I'm on a journey to lose weight with Mounjaro, the new medication from Eli Lilly. This week's side effects of the medication were minimal. I did experience slight queasiness on injection day, but nothing like the first week. I am experiencing another issue. It's not major, but it has made creating this video more difficult. I'm talking about dry mouth. Combined with my deep southern accent, which took many years to perfect, I'm finding myself stumbling on some of my words, so bear with me, please. Overall, from a side effect perspective, it was a much better week than week one, but the week was challenging in another way. I'm talking about stress eating. Stress eating is the consumption of food as a way to suppress or soothe negative emotions. Anger, fear, boredom, sadness, the list goes on. Even the hassles of daily life can trigger stress eating and ultimately disrupt your weight loss efforts. So let me ask, how many of you are stress eaters? How many of you have experienced this condition while taking Mounjaro? Were you able to maintain a sensible diet, or did you fall off the wagon? Let me know in the comments below. I am curious because I am a stress eater, and this past week, believe me, I was put to the test. The week started as normal. I woke up and made my way to the scales. I'd gained 0.6 of a pound. Bummer. Could have been worse, though. My next stop was to shower. Now, let me say, I enjoy my morning shower. The hotter, the better. As I stepped in, there was something different, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Later in the morning, my wife asked, "Did you notice the water pressure when you took your shower?" That was it. The water pressure was more like you would find in a big city, but not in the remote mountainous areas of North Carolina using well water. I knew something was wrong, so I placed a service call to the company that had drilled our well and was fortunate to get somebody out right away. "Mr. Davis, the bladder in your tank has ruptured. The whole tank will need to be replaced as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're going to burn your pump up." I thought, great. "How soon can this be scheduled?" "Mr. Davis, I'm afraid we don't do that. You'll need to contact a plumber." Well, not to repeat myself, but I thought, great. After calling around, we found a plumber willing to come out the next day. Now, fast forward just a few hours, and my moisture detector alarm is going off. The shrill noise scares me half to death. The pipes below the kitchen sink feeding the faucet had sprung a leak, probably from the increased water pressure. So I turned off the water supply and moved everything from beneath the sink so it could dry out. So the plumber arrives the next day. As I show him the door to the crawl space in the backyard where the tank is, I tell him to be careful, do not slip on the bottom step. It is very slippery. With all the rain we've had here in western North Carolina, moss had started growing on it, and of course it was very slippery. Guess what? No sooner than the words got out of my mouth, I landed in the backyard with both lower legs folded up underneath my butt. I looked up at the plumber and I said, "See what I mean?" Thank goodness I was able to get up on my own. It was a miracle that did not break any bones. So now, I make my way back up the porch steps to my favorite chair. I sit down and look up as to ask, what next? I was answered by a steady stream of water coming from the roof right above my chair. Great. I thought, what else can go wrong? Bad things come in threes, so I should be in the clear, right? Fast forward to the next morning. The pump has been replaced and the leak beneath the sink has been repaired. Water pressure is back to normal. Life is good, right? Well, maybe not. My wife takes her shower first. She looks down at what she thought was a hair in the shower stall floor. Well, I wished it had been a hair. As it turned out, the fiberglass has started cracking. Needless to say, it was a bad week for my bruised and sore body from the fall, and to my wallet for all of the repairs I've made and will be making. It's almost as if the pounds I lost last week decided to take their revenge on me. But I'm happy to say that Mounjaro did not let me down. Even with all the bad things that happened, I still managed to lose 3.2 pounds for the week and a total of 14.4 pounds since I started the injections. I'm hoping that week 3 will be better. Thanks again for joining me. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the like button below for this video. See you next week.